How you guys doing? So I wanted to shoot a quick video about the 1990 944 S2 that I'm currently driving, which has a pretty interesting story. The car was purchased by a young doctor in 1990 in Connecticut as a graduation gift to himself from graduating from medical school. He then went on to do 3 years of residency, and during that time he only drove the car very occasionally on weekends. And by 1993 he had put a total of only 1,800 miles on the car. According to his son, over the next 27 odd years, he never drove the car. It was never registered again after that time, up until the time that I acquired the car a little earlier this year. When I bought the car, the condition was essentially immaculate. It had been kept clean, it had been kept in a climate-controlled garage, all the rubber was supple. You know, it was really an absolute time capsule. As you'll see from some of the photographs, the car even has the original Cosmoline on the undercarriage, which is still even yellow and looks new. Normally, if you see Cosmoline on the bottom of a 30-year-old car, it's all black from road grit. In any case, when I acquired the car, we steam cleaned the fuel tank. We replaced fuel lines as necessary. The fuel pump was replaced. The fuel sending unit was replaced. The fuel filter was replaced. And the car was just fired up for just a moment to see if it would fire up. And it, of course, fired up immediately, as you would expect after 27 years of not being run. Who the heck could believe that? In any case, I then had the car sent to Bill Rudner at South Shore Performance in Long Island. He is well known in Porsche circles as a Porsche mechanic for racing and for road cars. And he's been around a very long time. And he's one of those guys that is known for doing what needs to be done and not doing what doesn't need to be done. And I wanted a real conservative approach towards getting the car road ready without being intrusive into the originality of the car. So Bill looked over the car, and we ended up doing, of course, all the belts. We ended up replacing every fluid in the car, flushing every system. The car is surprisingly still on its original brake pads and rotors. They were in fine condition and didn't require replacement, so they weren't replaced, which is pretty amazing. You know, it got new plug wires, new plugs, new distributor cap, everything that you would expect needed to be done in a major service. And the car drives phenomenally well. The roads in my area of Long Beach, New York are not so great after the winter. But I have a really good comparison car in another 944 S2 that I own that's a 1989, and is a very good example with 82,000 miles on it. And I cannot tell you what the difference is between the two cars. Just sitting in this car, the seats feel new. You know, everything about, you know, your look and feel and contact and taste and smell of this car, you know, brings you back 30 years. It's pretty amazing. And the suspension is supple, and there are no weird squeaks or noises. Everything is exactly as you would expect it to be in a time capsule car. We did also replace all 4 tires. The original tires had been replaced at some point about 10 years ago. According to the son of the owner, they needed to move the car from one garage to another as he was downsizing, and they put new cars on it at that time, new tires on the car at that time. but you know, since they weren't original, I figured they might as well be replaced. Next thing that we did was bring the car to Penn Collision in Roslyn, New York. They're a shop that's known for doing Porsche paint. They are a BASF Glassroot paint shop, and you know, myself and other members of the New York Metro Porsche Club have used them for a very long time. So I brought the car to them because on the hood of the car there had been some etching on the hood where tree sap or bird poop or something had splattered on the hood and wasn't correctly addressed. And although it didn't burn through the paint, it did etch the clear coat. I was hoping originally that we were going to get away with just some cut and polish, but unfortunately it was a little too deep, so they very carefully wet sanded and cut down the clear coat on the hood, and re-cleared the hood to solve the problem, which worked spectacularly well. And then of course the rest of the car was simply polished and detailed. So I will do a second video for the exterior of the car, and I had also, previous to getting any of the paint addressed, I had done a video walk around in my garage just to show what the original condition of the paint was. You'll also see, if you look through the images on BAT, there are some images there that you can see next to the car trailer. That's the car as it was discovered. So it's not like it was discovered, you know, covered in dirt and moss. The car had been, you know, pretty well cared for during its slumber. In any case, if you have any questions, I will be watching the auction. I'm happy to answer any of them. And I wish all of you good luck. This car is really a reference example for the breed, and I hope that it gets the attention of somebody who will truly give it the love that it deserves. Who can say that they actually would drive a 2,000-mile original car? I'm not sure. I mean, I'm driving it right now. As of today, it's showing 1,985 miles. I'm going to carefully try to keep it below the 2,000-mile mark, but you know, let's see where we end up. All right, bye-bye.